will be exposed.
I mean, when I walk in, I definitely take pride in being the originator of the preparation of the little things that I personally like. A lot of ladies, they just, so if you don't have what they need, they're gonna...
Diddy be wanting the body, and you gotta tell him no. All of these big dick deviants
on pills, you ain't gotta worry about a nigga for shit. Sometimes I don't even want to answer my phone for a nigga, and that feel good, because I got it. I got me. I got me, I got my kids, I got my family. Like, that's important.
Kim know all his deepest secrets. Kim probably told all that shit in her book. You understand? That up and got missing the day she died.
You don't have to be here. Go where you want to go, what you like. Don't come here, babes. I ain't got nothing for you. But you gotta stay mad. You gotta stay mad looking at me.
You and Summer Daddy, why y'all not together no more? Because like he wasn't ready, and I was trying to be a woman and work through things, and he wasn't ready. So then I was like, fuck.
This case isn't just about fame or fortune. It's about power, betrayal, and the dark underbelly of celebrity life. As the walls close in on hip-hop's biggest mogul, shocking testimonies and old secrets are being dragged into the spotlight. From mysterious book revelations to violent rumors, and even federal raids, we're diving deep into a world where influence shields guilt and silence buys survival. Today, we unpack what insiders have whispered for years, allegations of manipulation, abuse, and control that stretch far beyond the music industry. But before we pass judgment, ask yourself, how much truth can power bury before it resurfaces?
I was like his big uncle, so I'm not gonna let him do stupid stuff to get himself in trouble or me in trouble. So a lot of that stuff that is probably happened after I left, you understand, other than, the swinging stuff that he did with Kim and other guys and everything.
Okay, talk to me about that a little bit.
I don't know what you want to know about that, Cam. You're talking about this is your girl, this is your woman. She didn't even have Christian at the time, but you bringing other guys in with her, and then sometimes be just other girls and her, then other guys, then guys and girls, and they swinging, they doing their thing, bro. I guess that's what the industry is. They like to swing like that. The rock stars do it. I guess the rappers was doing it too.
Was that stuff surprising to you, or were you used to it being around the music business?
I'm not gonna have, Cam, that's surprising to anybody. Who gonna have their girl having sex with another man because you can have sex with their girl, or y'all switching and y'all, nah, man. That's some beyond me. But I know it happens.
Mark Curry has said in an interview that Puff broke Kim Porter's nose when they were fighting on a yacht. Did you ever see anything like that or hear about anything like that?
I've never seen Puff put his hands on Kim like that, other than snatching her and grabbing her or something like that. But as far as I heard of the nose breaking. That was something that I heard of that.
I had seen somewhere that, he treated J-Lo different than he treated Cassie and Kim.
Well, I know that I never seen him with the play fight like he used to do with Kim, because that's how it would start off. He would start off with the play fight, hitting her with pillows and all like that. I guess that love tap, I don't know, I wasn't into that. I've never been into that with women. So he would start off like that, then it would always probably go up to something, a higher level, or where she wanted him to stop playing with her like that because he may have gotten a little too rough for her. But I never seen him do Miss Lopez like that. And when J-Lo was around, I used to always just call her Miss Lopez. He would do the flirtation and like have a lot of girls around and then try to play her like that, but she would check that. And I put in my book one particular night where she was in the we was in the studio and a lot of girls was up there, and J-Lo got, Miss Lopez got mad, and she went home and she put on some jeans and sneakers and put her hair back into a little bun and a ponytail, and she came back to the studio, and Puff had a new song for her because she was heated, and he got rid of all those girls that was in the studio. So he never tried to, straight up, talk to her crazy or anything around people. Never. I never even heard him raise his voice to her.
Okay. Totally different. Totally different.
Totally different. But you got to realize with Kim them and most other people that I've seen him be around, they depended on him. Ms. Lopez didn't depend on him. She had her own.
One thing I've seen a lot of people say was they want to hear from Yung Miami.
She's standing by her man. That's what she said, right? I'm standing by my man.
Did she say that? I must have missed it.
Yeah, I think she said that when they was over in London, that she's standing by her man.
That's crazy. I mean, he might not be treating her like that.
I don't know. It's different when a lady says she like to be peed on and she dealing with somebody. That came out her mouth.
Right, I remember.
So you ain't gonna give her what she like?
So she might be actually into all this stuff, or not, not all of it, but some of the stuff that
may not bother her.
It might not bother her.
When 50 Cent drops a post, it's never random. And this time, it's detonated the internet. His cryptic jab at Diddy and Yung Miami wasn't just trolling. It felt calculated, like a man lighting a fuse and walking away. Industry insiders are whispering that this was more than shade. It was strategy. And if these leaks are real, they don't just expose private behavior. They threaten the image of an entire empire built on charm and control. The real question is, was 50 exposing Diddy? Or sending a warning to everyone still protecting him?
Different platforms talking about how he loved the people that we was all with. How he loved the people that helped him, when in fact, none of that stuff was true. So my whole thing about it is, man, I appreciate your platform for letting me, voice my opinion. And like I said, opinions like an asshole. Some of these cats out here get paid for their asshole. I get paid to give my opinion.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I mean, yeah, you just on here giving your opinion, man. I mean, you was one of the people that was real close to the situation, so why not?
Thank you, I appreciate that.
So with that being said, right, the last interview me and you did was the day after the raid. And when you look at everything now, man, how you feel about everything? It's been like a week, you knowing Diddy, you being around Diddy. Could you ever imagine that his houses would get raided for sex trafficking?
Bruh, you can't imagine no stuff like that. You understand? You can't think that, because back then, he wasn't Brother Love. He was Puffy. All the way up until he became Diddy. So his behavior over the years has changed. And the behavior that he shows now, and that he has shown by being Brother Love, I couldn't imagine that the police would be raiding him for sex trafficking? Nah, bruh. I couldn't imagine that. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't him back then. He's a totally different person that he became. If you've seen him on other platforms, inviting men to party with him, inviting men to go shopping with him. You understand? That wasn't Puffy. That wasn't Diddy. That was Brother Love and Love.
How you feel about all the people that's wondering why haven't any of Diddy big name friends came out to defend him?
Because either two things that I believe. Either they know some of the stuff is true, either they took part in some of the stuff that...
Here's where things spiral from rumor to shock value. The mention of swinging and group encounters isn't just tabloid talk. It's a window into the culture of excess that often surrounds fame. But beneath the wild stories lies something darker. Blurred consent, power dynamics, and loyalty tests disguised as fun. When fame becomes currency, intimacy becomes performance. Was this open lifestyle a shared choice? Or an unspoken rule in Diddy's circle? Let us know in the comments, because this sounds less like freedom and more like control behind closed doors.
See, nobody wants to be in contact with anybody that allegedly was sex trafficking. You see what the WWF did to Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon was one of those people that was called for sex trafficking. We don't hear a lot about it because he gave up the company, he did what he was supposed to do, and he became Ghost. But now you see they trying to do the same thing to Puffy. They trying to make him or hip hop the face of sex trafficking, like they was going to do to WWF at one time, because that was a big story. So a lot of his people that know him, a lot of the people that been in those parties and seen probably some unscrupulous that went down and was like, ooh, I was there. I hope they don't got me on tape. They feeling a certain way. So they're not going to speak on nothing until they've been approached with something. You got to realize, when Homeland Security get their evidence together, they're going to send agents out. You understand? They might send an agent out to me. Yo, what do you know? What have you heard? What have you seen? What's been going on? You know what I'm saying? You know, did this happen when you was around him? Did this happen back in the day? That's what they're going to want to know. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to send investigators out. They're going to send people out for anybody that they can get some information from to help their case. So those celebrities ain't going to say nothing. You know, you got your man Stevie J speaking on it right now. He'll be one of the first dudes that they'll probably pull to the side and say, yo, well, you say that your man, I heard you on TMZ say that he never did this and he never did that, but ain't this you? If those pictures or those films or anything like that exists, you know what I'm saying? That's what they pay those agents to do. So, of course, I don't believe that none of the people who are his celebrity friends is going to speak or say nothing until they're either contacted or they know what they really got.
So you feel like they might be worried that they might be on tape at one of Diddy parties doing something they wasn't supposed to be doing?
I think that the celebrities that may be worried is because what Lil Rob said. Lil Rob said in his affidavit that Diddy had every room taped and bugged. Diddy had, yo, bro, can you imagine? He had every room taped and bugged, and they found little bugs and little tape recorders. I mean, little those micro projectors or whatever like that, or video cameras. They found them in the house, bro. So by them having those things in the house, and people know there's drugs, there's alcohol, there's loose women, there's loose men, woman on woman, man on man, all kind of crazy shit.
This is a crucial contrast. Notice how the witness describes J. Lo's strength. She didn't depend on Diddy, and because of that, she commanded respect. But Kim Porter and later others weren't in the same position. Dependency changes power. It's the silent weapon in toxic relationships. Whoever controls the comfort controls the person. It's revealing how differently he treated the women who needed him versus the ones who didn't. And that says more about his character than any rumor ever could.
Bruh. They just wondering who or when they're gonna let this stuff be known. If it's on videotape.
Yeah, man. I know they gotta be shook, man, after finding out he was recording everything.
But not only celebrities, I don't think it's only celebrities gonna be shook. He had politicians in there. He had princes in there. He also had a couple of preachers in there. Hallelujah. That's crazy.
You personally, you think they got tapes?
Well, my personal opinion that if Lil Rob could be trusted and his statements are true, they got him. They got tapes of stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see what they got. But speaking of the raid, right? Did you see that viral video of Diddy he was seen in Miami with Stevie J after the raid? You seen that video?
Yeah, I seen it.
What you think about that?
Well, I go way back when Stevie J first came to Bad Boy after they left Uptown Records and everything like that. And Stevie J and Puff fell out real bad over, it could have been producer credits and the whole 9 yards. But Stevie J didn't F with him until Love and Hip Hop. When Stevie J went to Love and Hip Hop and he became famous from that, Puff called him over there and they had a meeting. And I guess they rekindled their friendship. Because I used to bodyguard Stevie J. And, go to different clubs. I got pictures and everything. Stevie J didn't mess with Puff, until after that Love and Hip Hop thing went down, So now they back cool. What got me about the stuff like that them being back cool, that Stevie J went on TMZ and was speaking up on behalf of Diddy. Now, if anybody I want speaking up behalf of me, or I had anybody speaking up on my behalf, it wouldn't be Stevie J. You understand? I don't think that an individual of his caliber is capable or can be trusted in a way that I would like for him based on his actions on television and who he is as a person, what he has been shown as an individual, is a type of individual that I would have speaking on my behalf. Come on, we know he's a drug abuser. We know that he's been seen putting his hands on women in the wrong way. And I don't know, that shit is crumbling, man. You know what I'm saying? But you can always say this, man. And the infamous words of one of the world's greatest comedians, Richard Pryor, cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Why you say that cocaine is a hell of a drug?
Because Lil Rob said that they be doing the liquid cocaine in the bottles, in the Ciroc bottles. We know Stevie J been in countless rehabs back and forth. We know, we've heard of Puff being in rehabs, secretly going to rehabs too. So, my man, when you get on those type of psychotropical, I think it's psychotropical drugs, man, and you start believing your own bullshit, and them two individuals together, man, you know they got to be crazy. Something got to be wrong with when he sit up there and he said that he want to challenge 50. And I don't know much about that clout shit. Him challenging 50 to a fight, and we seen how 50 Cent we seen how Stevie J fight on Love and Hip Hop and all that other bullshit. Him, Scrappy, him, this other cat. My man, there's no way. There's no way.
Now the spotlight shifts to Yung Miami, a woman defending her man in the middle of a storm. To some, it's loyalty, to others, it's denial. When she said, "I'm standing by my man," fans split down the middle. But here's what's chilling. Every scandalous headline seems to pull her deeper in. Her words may sound like support, but is it love or survival? Tell us, do you think she's protecting her heart, her image, or something much bigger?
50 Cent will whoop niggas like Stevie J on the way to a real fight.
You seen 50 fight before?
I ain't never seen 50 fight. I seen some tapes of him get down on that end, but I never seen him fight in person. But I know the demeanor of a man. I was with 50 Cent on a couple of occasions, and one occasion, it was just me and 50 and about probably 6 other dudes that didn't want to get out the car because he was ready to get down. And you could see it in him. You could see he got it in him like that. I'm looking at him. I wrote this shit about this shit in my book. 50 ain't back. He don't back down, bro. And you could see when you know a dude is about it, and got it in him, you could see it in his eye. You could see it in the way he carry himself. You see how he threw his own man in the bushes, Tony Yayo. They got tapes on 50 getting down boxing. I've seen takes on him. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen him in person, as far as fighting. I've been with him in person, but he got it in him, bro.
But yeah, that caught me by surprise because I always knew that Stevie J, he did production for Bad Boy, but I never knew him and Diddy was that close until, as of late, since the raid. So.
No, they was close. Bro, Stevie J and Puff was like pots and pans back in the day. I don't know what happened between them, but something happened on the producing credit side that Stevie J stopped effing with him. And, Stevie wasn't dealing with him at all. He was just doing more stuff for Jodeci than he was Bad Boy.
So after him and Diddy fell out, he started working with Jodeci more. I see. How you feel about the victim of the club shooting? I gotta ask you about this, man. How you feel about her coming out now saying that, Diddy, he shot her and not Shine? How you feel about that?
Well, the way I feel about that, the case is closed, bro. It can't be no double jeopardy. It can't be no retrial because they already had a trial and a man was convicted for her injuries. A man already did time for her injuries. You understand? If they would have to go back and see that if there was ballistic tests done on Jennifer Lopez, on Puffy, God bless the dead, on Wolf, did they do ballistic tests? And then see if they did ballistic tests and Puff had gunpowder on him, you know what I'm saying? Why didn't the police go through with charging him? Why didn't the police charge him? She could say that now, and she said that I don't take nothing from the victim. I don't take nothing from the victim. But her lawyer should have advocated. I know Puff and Shine, they had the same charges. But like I said before, and like Shine said also, Shine said this also, because it's true. Puff had witnesses that come in to testify against